Hi, welcome to the College Basketball Odds Couple Show for Saturday, March 12th.
We're back.
Mike Brenner. The good news is we're doing this bright and early. The bad news is we're only going to we do it before the market-wide lines come out.
Yeah.
So we have the overnight lines, only 4 games. Totals for those games, but no totals for the other games. We do have bet online openers, which are a good guide, but obviously not.
And it's the best we can go off of, Pete. I mean,
off.
Yesterday, Kentucky, we sold it at 10, and market wide, I think 12 or 12 and a half. Still covered, but still. So please know that
but those are the bet online openers. And then
grab it.
The other side note for that is that if you open a line at bet on account, you can get bet those openers, but they're not market lines.
No, they're not. But you know what? Before we get too deep, let's pan over to this board because my boy Pete Loshak tore it up yesterday at 3-0. I had a pretty productive day. I went 4-3. All right, that's better than 0-7. So 15-16 knocks me up to 48%. Loshak 3-0 yesterday, definitely pulling him out of the abyss. He is 16-17 at 48%. So when you tune in on Monday, you're going to see this number probably in the 50 percentile.
I had a losing day with my bets, though.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it seems like my bets are always opposite of how I do with these picks. But 3-0. I think the point is that we share the bets that we make, or I share the bets that I made, and the picks
and your
are
picks
honest.
for the show.
The picks are honest. That's what I pick. All right, and we only have 4 games on the overnight line, but I can tell you that one of them I pounded the hell out of. Maybe you know which one this is. I don't know. We'll see.
The one I pounded the hell out of yesterday.
Well, I'll start with it. Well, I'll just lead with it. UConn and Temple, right?
Ooh.
UConn off of a 4 overtime game, right? Temple off an easy win against South Florida, and I would have been leaning Temple anyway. Despite that, the opening line of the overnight lines, I was surprised by. It was 3.5.
That's it.
Plus 3.5.
Wow.
Temple was a dog.
Oh my God.
Right.
Wow.
Now I missed that line. I got 3. Pounded the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Now it's 2.5 or 2.
Wow.
But
what time are they tipping off?
Tipping off at 6 o'clock Eastern, I believe. Or is this? I believe it's 6 o'clock Eastern.
God, wouldn't you think they'd be just tired as hell 4 overtimes?
No, I believe they're tipping off at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Okay, well, either way.
I don't know whether these are Eastern or Pacific times, but yeah. So they're tipping off at 3 o'clock Eastern, and
are you going to put that out there though?
Yeah, I will. Temple plus let's see. 2s. No 2.5, so I'm gonna have to give 2.
2. Okay.
Current line is Temple plus 2. I bet it at 3. It was at 3.5.
You pounded it when it was at 3.5. I love it.
I mean, I just couldn't believe it. Even if UConn had gotten an easy win, I'd still be leaning Temple getting 3 anyway.
Something weird there. All right, so Temple plus 2 is Pete's first pick on the full game.
Yep, and then we have 4 other games. I guess let's just. There are 3 other games that have overnight lines. The rest we're gonna have to reference with bet online openers. I guess let's start with Michigan State, right?
Yeah.
Michigan State, we were debating how they would do against Ohio State. We both agreed that it was a little bit questionable. Well, they answered the question.
They sure answered the question.
Blowout cover by Michigan State, and here the bet online opener is 6.5 over Maryland. Now, I strongly suspect the market-wide opener will be more like 8, maybe 8.5, might close at 9, something like that. But we have a bet online opener of 6.5. What do you think about that one, Mike Brenner?
Well, I think Michigan Michigan State showed me something yesterday that they're not just leaning on their laurels for the tournament. They're still playing like it's a dogfight night in and night out, and I think that's Izzo getting them ready for the tournament. So this might be a really sharp play today, but I
tailed you on the Maryland first half, though.
Yes,
and Maryland had kind of a disappointing regular season, but it feels like, they have talent. They're maybe being like, all right, let's step it up now. So again, with Michigan State's kind of like the Spurs, a great program.
Yeah.
They're going to be good, but the favorite lines are so high, they wind up covering them, but it's so difficult to take them.
And do you think Maryland might have picked up some mojo yesterday? Yeah. I don't know. I'm staying off of that one, Pete. And, Michigan State probably get her done, but I'm going to stay off it.
Another one, Georgia and Kentucky. Woo! Now, that was awesome call by you, Mike Brenner. And Georgia, their third game, Kentucky's their second game. Georgia's been playing well.
They have.
Their other
Coach
2
Mark
games.
Fox has these boys playing good ball, but I got a feeling that shit's going to end today.
Look, Alabama had a good game too, and they got blown the F out, and now maybe do the same thing.
I don't know what you saw on your market open. What you see that line
There's no market line for this right now. The bet online opener that we can reference, Kentucky minus 11.5.
Exactly, that's what I saw. Yep, I'm going on the half and the game.
Okay, now the halftime line, there's no halftime line at bet online, and the halftime, I'm assuming
I put it out at 7. I think it's going to be at 7.
I'm assuming that it'll be 13.5, 14. You might get 7 on the opener.
Might get 7.
If you want to give that as a pick, here's what we can do.
Okay.
We'll give you the best opening line out of Bookmaker, 5 Dimes, Heritage, and Pinnacle. Whatever the best opening line is on that one for the first half, that's what you get.
First half and the game. I'm doing half
and the game.
game.
First half and the game. So we won't give you the bet online opener then.
No.
We'll give you the best opener from Pinnacle, Heritage, 5 dimes,
Yep,
and
that's
bookmaker.
more than fair. You heard it, viewers. That's what we're going to do today, and our producer's shaking her head right now, smiling. So that means we're doing good,
Okay,
baby.
I can't say that I disagree with that. Maybe I tell. All right, let's go on to another one next. Seton Hall, Villanova. Right, the bet online opener for that one was Nova -7. Both
Seton
on their
Hall,
third
though,
game.
Pete.
Seton Hall,
They looked so good yesterday.
they're getting 7. They played twice. Nova won by 9 at home, a good win, and then they won by 1 at Seton Hall on a neutral court.
And Nova's not blowing anybody out. They're not covering
Why
nothing.
would Seton Hall +7 not be a good bet?
It might be a good bet. I'm staying off it.
Yeah.
Got to stay off it.
I'm tempted to give that one, except I'm worried that the market line will be like 4.5 or 5,
exactly.
and so I don't want to give a line that might not be
Okay.
But yeah, at +7, I'm definitely leaning Seton Hall. Then we got, of course, West Virginia, Kansas. The bet online opener was Kansas -3. Now it's up to 3.5. Both on their third game.
Yep.
They split their games this year. Kansas got a nice, solid double-digit win at home. West Virginia got a double-digit win
And again, and I don't mean to interrupt you,
No, go ahead.
but is today the day when Kansas says, all right, we've done all right. Let's just kind of take it easy because we're going to be a #1 seed anyway. Or do they just keep pressing forward? Because Bobby Huggins is going to bring it. He's going to have his team locking down on D. I'm thinking an under might be really good, but of course there's no number.
Did you?
No, I can't even see without my glasses.
Don't
promise
bullshit.
you,
Really,
Pete, I can't see
I
without
trust you,
reading
Ron.
glasses.
All right, yeah, that's what my lead on this one, and I have if the total's in the mid 140s or higher, I'm probably going to be on the under and on the first half under as well.
Especially with Huggins.
Both those games that they played this year went under, modest scoring. I'm definitely going to be liking the first half under, probably the full game under as well, if it's in the mid 140s. Then we have Utah, Oregon, another one that seems like a coin flip here. The bet online opener was Oregon -1, now it's -2. Third game for both, and both off of OT games.
Yeah.
This is another one where anything in the upper 140s, I'm going to be leaning under and first half.
I'm going to raise my hand like I'm in school. All right, I'm taking Oregon for the game, Pete.
Really?
-2. Yep.
Well, but there's no market line, though, so you're going to have to take the best opening line.
You hear it. We're going to take the best opening line.
Pinnacle, Heritage, 5 dimes,
I'm
and the
going to
Chris
do it.
books.
Oregon on the game. We're going to find out what that line is, and I'm going to do some blogging as well. But
Okay.
Yeah, love Oregon on the game.
And then one game that did have an overnight line, LSU and Texas A&M. We talked about this game. We were like, if it's LSU, Texas A&M, we're going to like Texas A&M. But 7.5 was a lot of points.
I know.
Now,
and
market
I thought
wide,
about our conversation when I saw that.
Now it's down to 6.5 or 7. I'm not going to take Texas A&M at that line.
I know. And here's the thing, though. Ben Simmons he wasn't the explosion yesterday. It was another freshman. So you got freshmen playing for LSU. Is it going to catch up today? Does Texas A&M get a walk in the park?
Maybe.
Right?
But I'm not going to take
There's
it
no
at
line,
6.5
though,
or
right?
7. No, there is.
Oh.
There was an overnight line on it. It was 7.5, and that market wide, it's 6.5 or 7 right now.
Okay, I'm going to take the first half.
Really?
I'm going to take the first half.
Really?
Texas A&M, baby. I'm
Probably
putting it on
looking
there.
at like 3.5.
I was thinking 3.5. So again, we're going to get back to you, but just on a speculative line, Texas A&M on the first half -3.5 today. I think LSU, that freshman stuff wears off today.
All right, and then of course we have Virginia and UNC. Have to discuss this one.
Yeah.
The bet online opener was UNC -1.5. Now it's 2. Third game for both, and Virginia 9-1 against the spread last 10.
Since yesterday, I've been wearing this boot over my shoulder with a string, kicking myself in the ass for not picking Virginia yesterday over Miami. I knew Miami, that shit was going to end sooner than later, and I really felt Virginia would dominate that game, and I didn't do nothing about it.
Did they? Oh yeah, they covered barely though. They covered by 1 point.
But they had them opening in the opening, first half, everything. They were running them up and down. Bro.
I had Miami on the second half. I cashed that.
Well, that's you. You are the man. You find them open windows.
But
I love it.
the point is, we have today UNC right now at Bet Online -2 of Virginia. Have anything to say about that one?
I'm staying off it. I don't know though. Should be a good game. What do you think?
Yeah. From a spread perspective, feels like a coin flip. There very easily could be a value on a second half line at some point.
Yeah, sure
the
could.
total, who knows what it's gonna be? The first game they played this year, it was in like the upper 130s, and it went way over 150. So the total could go either way. Side could go either way. This is a game we're gonna be looking at second half plays for sure.
Okay.
All right. So let's.
What about Purdue and Michigan? We didn't talk about them.
We didn't even mention them. Purdue destroyed Illinois, and like I mentioned, they look like they turned a corner, especially offensively.
Yeah.
Michigan, though, 1-2 in a row. This is their third
going on
game.
with Michigan?
And the line, it opened at 7, and now it's 7.5 market wide. I would definitely be leaning Purdue here, but I'm not going to.
Well, I'm leaning Purdue on the first half, and it's a speculative line. I'm thinking about 4 is what I've got wrote down, and you see it. So I think that might even be correct. But we will check on it. But Purdue on the first half, I think Michigan's going to be a little tired. Purdue's finding that offense, and I think they're going to get it done. And I also had another game with Memphis.
Really?
And Tulane.
All right, let's discuss that. That's an interesting one. The bet online opener, Memphis -9. This is Memphis' second game, Tulane's third game.
Yeah,
Now,
first half, Memphis, I put down 5. I'm thinking it's going to be 5.
Okay, we'll give you the best opener from the 4 books that I mentioned. All right,
Okay.
a lot of picks from Mike Brenner.
Yeah.
And I will give one more thing that I can't give a pick on, but it's definitely going to be something I'm looking for, a lean with Davidson and VCU on the unders. If we're going to, on the unders. If there is if the total is anything in, 146 or higher, I'm going to be looking at the
You
under.
feeling good about your picks today?
Well, I only have one.
What? But are you feeling good about that one pick?
Look, if that one loses, I will. No, I'll just come in tomorrow and laugh at it and say I don't give a fuck, as I always do. But let's review our picks. I got one pick, Temple minus a +2. You have like 6 or 7 picks.
Okay, here we go. Purdue on the first half -4. Again, speculative. Kentucky on the first half and the game. We're going to get you the lines. I'm writing down 7 and 12 for now. Oregon on the game -2. Memphis on the first half. It's going to be about -5. And who in the hell? I got Texas written down here.
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M, that's what it is. Okay, first half -3.5.
March Madness is affecting us all, Mike Brenner,
it
including
is.
Everyone watching this video. And you know it's true.
Yeah, it is, and it's all good though. All right, so Texas A&M on the half, Memphis on the half, Oregon on the game, Kentucky on the half and the game, and Purdue on the half. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays for Brenner.
Unreal. March Madness coming over all of us. We need Depakote or something like that. We need an antipsychotic to calm us down before Selection Sunday. All right, that's it.
Before we leave, we're going to pan this board one more time.
Ahead. Pan it over.
It's all about that accountability, Pete. Again, Brenner yesterday, 4 and 3, knocks me up to 15 and 16, 48%. I'm going over today. All right, Pete, he's on a roll, 16 and 17, but he only put the one play out.
No way Temple doesn't cover. Is there?
He put that one play out. He's going to knock himself to 50%.
Got to be 17 and 17 tomorrow.
So, yeah, anyway, this is going to move up. Tune in for the NBA Odds Couple show as well. So, with that being said, my man, it's...
Tomorrow Selection Sunday.
Yes, we'll be here all day. Live show tomorrow. Don't miss it.